Tonight we've been talking about the LA music scene, and last week I had the privilege to interview a rock and roll icon who was in one of the biggest LA bands of all time. Can you feel the synergy? Check out my sit down with guitar legend, Slash. All right, Slash, thanks so much for being here. Now, the original Slash album that you released was one of the highest charting self-releases ever, and now we have the deluxe edition out now.
I did not know that.
It is. It's one of the highest charting self-releases ever. And now we have the deluxe edition. And first of all, I want to talk about the artwork by Ralph Steadman.
Yeah.
Who did all the artwork for Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of his, and I'd actually approached him at one point to do the cover of my book, and he turned me down.
Really?
And for some reason, he said yes on the record. So
wow.
I think maybe because when I went to him to do the book, he had no clue who I was, and then his kids told him who I was. And so when it came to do the record, he said, "Oh, okay, I'll do it." Yeah.
That's awesome. Now on this album, you have Kid Rock, Lemmy, Dave Grohl, and Iggy Pop. Were you nervous calling people up to ask them to be on the album, or were you just like, "Hey, I'm f***ing Slash. You're gonna be on my record"?
No, I was pretty humble, you know. I mean, I think the first guy that I called was Ozzy, and what I did was I called the people I knew that I was closest to at first, just to make myself feel a little bit more comfortable. And also, I would probably be able to, if I was turned down, I'd be able to handle it better. You know? And but yeah, I was nervous calling everybody because it was a crapshoot. I didn't know if they were going to be into it or not.
Now, how come you don't sing on your own stuff?
I hate singing. I have a hard enough time just sitting here talking. I'm very much a guitar player and express myself best through that.
Yeah.
I don't have the personality to get up there and wear my emotions on my sleeve and approach them from a vocal perspective.
Have you ever been on stage without your guitar?
Yeah, I think so. But
isn't it the most awkward thing in the whole world?
Yeah.
Oh, it sucks so bad. Next year, you're going to be on tour with Ozzy.
Right. January, yeah.
January, he's starting the tour with Ozzy. With both of you being sober for like 20 years now, what's the tour going to be like?
Well, I've only been sober for 4 years.
Oh, really?
What's the tour going to be like? I mean, Ozzy's great. I've worked with Ozzy a bunch of times, and not in this capacity, but I've been on stage with him a few times, and he's just one of the most amazing performers. He's got the most insane command of an audience, so it's actually a phenomenon as far as I'm concerned.
From what I understand, you learned some stuff on guitar from Ronnie Woods from Rolling Stones.
Well, yeah. Well, I've known Ronnie since I was 13, 14 years old.
How'd you guys meet?
We have a mutual friend. Actually, the guy who gave me the name Slash, he was good friends with the Stones.
So how did you get the name Slash? I never knew this story.
Well, Seymour just used to call me Slash. Seymour is my friend's dad, and Seymour Cassell's an actor, sort of been around for a long time. And he used to call me Slash basically because I never sat still. I was always in a hurry. I was always scheming on the next thing, whatever it was that I was doing. So he always saw me in passing. So whenever he would say hello, I'd just say, "Hey, Slash," and I'd whiz by.
I heard that you're trying to quit smoking. How's that going?
Well, it's been a year and a half.
Really?
Yeah. It's a bitch. I'm still on all kinds of nicotine supplements. And
really?
All that, yeah. I mean, smoking is such a major part of my existence,
Yeah.
But at one point, I was forced to quit smoking for 2 weeks because I had pneumonia, right? Actually, it was at the beginning of making this record, and I was probably overworked, and all of a sudden it just hit me, and so for 2 weeks I couldn't breathe, let alone smoke.
Yikes.
And after that was over, I was like, I'm over the hump. I should at least try and see if I could. So I haven't smoked since then.
Well, that's great. So pneumonia might have been the best thing that's ever
happened to you. Yeah, and I got pneumonia. I blame it on Cher because I was forced by, well, I wasn't forced, but I went with my wife against my better judgment to go see Cher in Vegas.
Wow.
And
that's a good husband, I had to say.
Yeah, and I got sick right after. So I quit smoking as a result of seeing Cher. So it's really Cher's
So out of tragedy comes something really good.
So thanks, Cher.
The newest video that you have coming out is the song you did with Fergie. I saw the clean version of the video last night. Right. And if that's the clean version, then...
Well, the only difference between the clean version and the unclean version is there's bare breasts in the unedited version.
Of hers?
No, not of hers.
Oh, okay.
Some other girls that happened to be in the room at the time. So...
best video ever, then.
Yeah. It came out pretty cool, though, It was a concept that she, you know, we were going to do a video. I've got this idea.
That was her idea.
And I just let her run with it, you know, because I want to be an obsessed stalker fan. And you know, the video really it's her video. I'm just the subject matter in it, you know.
Yeah.
Which was sort of cool because all I had to do was show up.